Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Annette. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today I bring you this beautiful wire wrapped bracelet. It is a gorgeous one. It's like a chain link and we're going to create it from scratch. And the materials you're going to need to create this bracelet will be beads of your choice. It doesn't matter the size. You're going to need a round nose pliers. You're going to need nylon jaw pliers, which are used for wire to straighten them, flat nose pliers, and wire cutters. And for this project we're going to be using 20 gauge wire and 18 gauge wire, so both of those. So we're going to be using the 20 gauge wire, okay, to do the wraparound. So this is how we're going to do it. We're just going to stretch it a little bit and just warming up that wire, okay. And I'm going to use my nylon jaw pliers just to make sure this wire is straight. There we go. And for now I'm just going to leave it here just attached to it so I can start working on it. But we're just going to create the first one and then we're going to go through it. So since this is what I want exactly, I'm just going to put these beads in here, okay, just like so, in exactly the order that I want them. Put my little glasses on. Okay, so let's do this. Put them all in here. Gonna put it in there. There we go. And then this is our first one. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to leave yourself enough wire because we're going to wrap that bead, and we're going to take our round nose pliers and I'm going to give myself maybe 1.5 inches just because I want extra wire. I want to make sure I'm not short on the wire when I'm wrapping it, okay. And we're going to bend that away from us and then bring it back to us, okay. And this is what it's going to look like. It's just going to be a loop right there. And what I'm going to do is with my flat nose pliers, I'm going to hold this right in here and I'm going to wrap this wire. And you can do it by hand or you can use pliers if you want to, but this type of wire is pliable, so you can definitely do that with your hand. So I did 3. And I think 3 is more than enough, and I'm going to cut this excess right here. Just going to cut it right there. There we go. And then I'm going to make sure the little tail is tucked in so it doesn't bother anybody. And I'm going to push my first bead in here, okay? So I have straightened this out just a little bit, so I want that to be straightened, okay? So that's there. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to do another loop over here, and we're going to let this have a little bit of breathing room since we're doing the wrap, okay. So we're going to do that, and we're going to bend that wire all the way around, again creating that little loop right there, okay. And we're going to wrap this around. So let's hold this right here. 1, 2, and 3, and we're not going to let it go from the wire right here because this is where we're going to start creating other stuff. I can straighten this loop out for sure, that way it looks more straightened, okay. And then we're going to cross this to this side, and with our hands we're just going to tie 1 time, 2 times, okay. And on that second time, or that complete loop, we're going to come around and we're going to do it one more time. 1, 2, and then we're going to cut that wire and we're going to tuck that in there. This is for our first one, so the first one has to be just right there. And we're going to tuck this in here. And we have our first one completed. There we go. There's the first one, okay. So we've done that first one. We're going to put it aside and we're going to continue with the next one, okay. Again, we have to straighten this out right here. And I'm going to show you what we're going to do next. Okay. We're going to again loop this, and we're going to give ourselves maybe 1.5 inches. Again, remember, you don't have to leave this much if you don't want to waste any wire, but I don't mind wasting just a little bit because I want to make sure that I'm getting this loop right. So away from us, back again to us, okay? And we're going to have that opening there, and this is where we're going to put this bead right here. We're going to hold this in place, okay? And we're going to wrap 2-3 times, whatever you're comfortable with. So I'm doing 3 times, and then I'm snipping that excess. Okay. We're going to tuck that little tail in there. And then I'm going to bring my other bead. And again, we're going to leave a little bit of a room in there. We're going to take our pliers and away from us and back around to where it creates a space right here, okay? And then we're going to wrap this around. So we're going to hold this, and we're going to wrap this wire, okay? 1, and if it goes away from you, the good thing is that this, you can push it in and straighten it out, okay? And you can use your pliers for that. That's not a big deal. Just push it in there to where it's straightened out, okay? That's 1, 2, 3, okay? And then from here, we're gonna take it to the other side, and we're going to go around 1 or 2 times. So let's see, 1, 2, and then we're gonna bring it back again. Let me do this full turn over here. Back again to this side, and we're gonna wrap it again. So 1, 2, and then we're going to snip that. And you can do this however you want. This could be as messy as you want. You can give it as many turns as you feel like you need to. There's no rhyme or reason on it. And we're going to tuck this in here, okay? And this is how you're going to start creating your chain link, okay? Just like this one, just like that one. Okay, so here we go. So we have the chain, and now we're gonna finish our last one right here. And then I'm gonna show you how awesome, we're gonna create like little 8s with the, oh, I forgot to attach my chain in here. Let's attach it really quick. There we go. We're gonna create little 8s, and it's gonna be like our, like a little decoration piece for the bracelet. You'll see it. I'm going to show it to you. It's going to be really, really pretty. Our last bead is there. Give it a little bit of breathing room. I'm going to come over here. Wrap. See, I really like this 20 gauge wire because it allows me to manage it however I want to do, however I can. It's very easy on the hand, but you're gonna have to do use a little bit of force here. Just make sure that you're wrapping everything, okay? There you go. I mean, you can always cut 4 strips or 8 or 6 strips of the wire 4 inches wide if you want to, but I like working with this. Okay, so let's get to the front part. Okay, so there we go. There we have it. Wire, okay, and this is a very simple thing. We're gonna create like 8s. When I say the number 8, I mean it. Okay. Easy. We grab it, flip it, okay? Grab it from the opposite side, flip it around, and you have your number 8 right there. And then we just cut it. And you'll see how pretty this is going to end up being. So again, grab it right there, grab it from the opposite side, bring it back, and there's your 8, and then you snip it. They're flying everywhere, but you get the gist of it. Again, let me straighten this out. We're going to grab it around, go to the opposite side, do your 8 and snip it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we have our little 8s created. Okay, now I'm gonna do a closure for the bracelet. Okay, and this you can make out of the same material right here, and all I do is I just wrap some wire, and I am going to take it on the tip of my round nose plier. I'm gonna make a little tight loop right there. See that little teeny tiny loop? I'm gonna squeeze that in just like that so it can be tight in there. You see that? It's very tight. And then I'm gonna grab my pliers. I'm gonna put it right at the top of it. I'm gonna come around this way so it creates a little hook there, and then I'm gonna come back here and I'm gonna create the little tail at the back, like another loop. Okay, just like that. You cross it. See the little loop right there? We're gonna snip it. I mean, you can get creative with this, but I don't think there's a need for that. And there's our hook that we're gonna use for making sure that we have our chain linked to it. Okay, so we've done that. That's super simple to create, super simple. And now for this one, we're gonna grab at least 3 to 4 inches of wire, and I'm using the 18 gauge wire. You don't have to. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna use the 20 gauge wire because I think it's gonna be more pliable for me. So I'm gonna use the 20 gauge wire. I'm gonna use 3 or 4 inches of it. I don't need much of it, so I'm just gonna cut right there. Okay, I'm gonna put my bead through it. I'm gonna try to center that bead. Okay, I'm gonna come across it like this, and I'm gonna create an X just like that. Okay, I'm going to put this up, straighten it just like that. Just gonna straighten it. Okay, and this one is gonna be wrapping around this, and it's gonna look funky at the beginning, but once we loop this one and we bring it around, it's just gonna create another wrap. There we go. Just trying to hold it there really tight. It's just gonna be hard because it's gonna wanna move, but we're just gonna create a loop. We're gonna go up one time. See how it went up one time? And then we're gonna start coming down. Okay? And you can do this by hand, just like that. Okay. As much as you can. And I like the 20 gauge because it's just harder. I mean stronger, I'm sorry. Oops, let me grab it with this one. And then I'm gonna try to pull with this one. Just gonna go around and around. And then I want to snip it right there, so I don't need that much. Okay, and we're going to tuck this in right here. Oh, let me use the one I have in my hand. Flat nose. It's easier. Okay, now we're going to create a loop over here. I'm going to tilt it to the side like an L. I'm going to put this up and bring it down like here. Okay. And I'm going to wrap this. But before I do that, I'm going to leave it right there because it's going to be a charm. So I want to hook it to one of my 8s. Okay. Now the 8s can be hooked up to these, so you pick whichever side you want it to be the front. I mean, sorry, where you're going to tie this up. So we're going to open our 8s front to back. I'm going to link it. I'm going to close it. I'm going to open our other 8 on the other side. We're going to put another 8 in here. We're going to close it. We're going to open the next one. Put the next one in there. We're going to close it front to back. Remember, so you don't want to separate these, okay? You want to make sure they stay there. Okay, there you go. So I've put 3 of them on this side, okay? And now this is where my charm is going to go, because I want it in there. I think I closed this too much, so let me open this a little bit. There we go. I'm gonna put it right in there. There we go. So it's in there, okay? So now all I have to do is grab this, and I'm gonna start wrapping this around. You can wrap as much as you want to, as little as you want to. Doesn't really matter. It's just gonna be a decorative piece. It could be as messy or as clean as you want to make it. Okay, I think that's good there. I'm just going to cut this piece, flatten this in here so it doesn't stick to anything or nothing gets stuck in your clothes. Okay, and that's the charm right there. And now I am just going to attach another 8 on this side, front to back, remember. Put your 8 through here, close it like a jump ring, just close it, front to back. Then you're going to open this side, and you're going to put your clasp that you just created, close it, okay, and then this you're going to hook up right in here. And there you have it. Okay, let's try it on. So you have a little bit of wiggle room there. Oops, I can't see. I'm trying to show you guys. I'm gonna put it right in there. And you can press it in here just a little bit, close it a little bit if you want to. This is what I'm gonna do right now. There you go. Just close it a little bit. And that's it. Okay, you guys, I really hope that you've enjoyed this video, and I hope that you subscribe to my channel, and remember to hit that ring bell beside the subscribe button to be notified of future videos. And until next time, God bless.